I guess it's time. It's time for the show. We all ready? Are we ready? Are you ready? We're ready. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Order 42. I'm Rob. And yeah, look, there was a trailer came out today. A lot of people talking about it. I'm kind of curious what you think. If you saw it. Fantastic Four, First Steps. I'm curious. So, yeah. But let's say hi to everybody first. Ninjinzu. Ninjinzu was first. The real first. Ricky saying, "Oh, I'm allowing people to be first." Look, he beat you, okay? Come on. And Rufus the Red, Robert Rivera, welcome. And Cosmo, welcome. Movie Mike, good to see you. So, yeah. Ninjinzu, no, it's not. It's more of it's a teaser trailer. And teaser trailer really is just to kind of, especially in something like this, it's just to say, hey, this is the world. This is the feel of the world, you know? The verisimilitude, if you will. I know that's a Robert Meyer Burnett term. But look, it fits here. It's the feel of the world. There's no I mean it yeah. But yeah, I'm that trailer was freaking. Didn't care for it because it's Marvel. Oh, well, you know. And look, that's the thing, you know. I mean, not only is the MCU, other than Deadpool, and Wolverine, not only has the MCU been struggling, but Fantastic Four has had 4 different movies over the years. You know, there's the Roger Corman one. Nobody really remembers that one. There's the 2 with, Jessica Alba and is it Ian Griffith? I'm not sure how to say his name. Chris Evans, right? That one. And what's his face? Chiklis, right? Michael Chiklis. And then there was the Fant Four Stick, which I never saw. The one with was it Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, and I don't know who was playing the Thing. But look, here's the thing. This is their 5th try. Now this is the MCU's first try. First steps. So, it's interesting. I thought there was one. Yeah, there were 4 other ones. Now, I mean, the first one was granted, a long time ago. Not really many people remember that one. I always forget about that one. There was the 2, with, like I said, with Jessica Alba, and then there was the last one, Fant Four Stick. So, the most recent Fantastic Four movie, yeah, I didn't see it. In fact, I think I saw the first with Jessica Alba and was like, this movie's not good. And then the second one, I didn't even watch. So, because it was like, it's not for me. The Mr. Fantastic from Roger Corman looks funny. Now, see, here's the thing. I've never been, just from what I've seen, I've never been like a big Fantastic Four guy. But there are some big comic fans who, Fantastic Four is like their favorite comic. So, their favorite, storyline and everything, not storyline, but you know what I mean. So I don't know. I've never seen a quality Fantastic Four thing. So I don't know. And the thing is, back when I was actually collecting comics, I wasn't reading a lot of Marvel much at all. But I actually have on my iPad, this was years ago and I still haven't gone back to read a lot of them, but I bought a lot of graphic novels, like some of like critics say the best graphic novels or whatever. And I think Fantastic Four is in a couple of them at least. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think the trailer really gives anything away. The trailer's just, hey, this is the vibe we're going for, you know? And Spencer, welcome. Good to see you. I never knew Roger Corman did a Fantastic Four movie. Gonna have to see if I can find that. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a thing. Um this says unreleased. I thought it was an actual thing. Are there okay, we don't want to watch the trailer because I don't want to get claimed. Rebecca Staub? Jay Underwood. Yeah, the boy who could fly. Alex Hyde White. Don't know who that is. Joseph Culp is Doctor Doom. Yeah, this looks bad. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I mean, you know, if you're wanting to see that, hey, go for it. But not me. Not me. It's just not my thing. Uh they should make the Fantastic Horde. I don't know what that means. Since I was young, I've always had a Human Torch figure, no idea where it came from. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I watched the cartoons, you know, Flame On and all that kind of stuff, but I just don't really remember a whole lot about it. He looks burnt. Per Google, it was previewed once but never officially released. Ah, well, see, there you go. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So I guess 3 official movies then. Keeping it PG. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. But look, hey, before we really get started, I do want to say I don't even know if he's watching. I don't know if he watches the live streams anymore. But I want to give an early happy birthday to our friend John Michael. He turns 33 years old. Anybody remember that? You know? A sweater, it's a sweater, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, yeah. Happy birthday, John Michael, tomorrow. Hopefully you have a good one, all that kind of stuff. But also I want to talk about a couple things to start off the show. So, Nine Inch Nails tickets went on sale last Wednesday at noon local time. I got on the site at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. I was ready, man. I was ready. I was pumped. I was excited. And was going to try and, you know, buy the tickets. And what happens is, apparently, you at that point, as soon as the tickets, you know, before tickets go on sale, you everybody waiting on the site gets into a queue. Okay? So 10 minutes prior, you get into a queue. Yeah. 9,000 people were in front of me. So by the time I got on there, they I said that I wanted 4 tickets. It said, change your filters because there are no tickets that match your description. Okay, put it down to 3. Same message. Put it down to 2. Same message. Put it down to 1, and it gave me 1 ticket on the floor that was something like $400 and something. So apparently there's this thing with Ticketmaster it's called dynamic pricing. So the faster a ticket or you know, surrounding tickets sell, the higher the price goes. So I didn't get any tickets. And sure, you might say, "Oh, well, you could try StubHub or blah 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 blah." You know, whatever, you know, ticket site you want to say. I have a hard time paying basically them for taking all the tickets. They basically took all the tickets that were at actual ticket prices. The actual ticket prices. And now they're selling them at a premium. When a friend of mine got into the queue immediately before I did, he wasn't able to get tickets because what he did is he picked 2 tickets and it said you can't leave a single ticket on, next to an aisle. And he said, okay. So he picked two other tickets and it kicked him out. So he wasn't able to get tickets. Let me see if I can find this picture. Okay. Oh wait, no. He okay, wait. Hold on. Let me find this. Here it is. Okay, this gives you an idea. See those tickets? $49 were the cheapest ticket. $179, it says $179 plus, but it was $179 to start off. And those $49 ones were up in the nosebleeds. Then he took another picture. Where is it? He took another picture and sent it to me. That was as of whatever time. I don't know. But yeah, the tickets are going for way more than what the actual ticket prices were when they went on sale. It soured me to the whole thing. And I just said, I'm not going. I guess I'm not going to Nine Inch Nails. I would love to go. In fact, I know Jay wants to go. I know Squiggles said he wanted to go. And then Brian from the old podcast, he wanted to go. I don't know. It's hard for me to pay those kinds of prices knowing that they're basically we basically are paying a premium to them so that they can buy all the tickets beforehand and then sell them to you. Like, here's your goal here is to pay more than what the ticket's actually worth because we got to pay for our infrastructure in order to buy all these tickets to sell to you. I think that sucks. And the thing is the more that I thought, I seriously, all day Wednesday, I was thinking about it. And I was like, there's got to be a way around this. And I said, even if I were rich, and was able to pay people to do the exact same thing as StubHub, there's no way to prove that the people buying the tickets aren't just going to resell them. There's no way to tell that. So I hate it. I hate it. Tom Ace, welcome. Well, Ace, I mean that's a, I'm a big Ace Ventura fan, but also it's funny because Game Dave over on his stream, he's been doing it, and he actually has a thing where you put in exclamation point Ace and it'll say Tom Ace from play that little clip from Dumb and Dumber. It's kind of funny. But yes, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, so Nine Inch Nails was a joke, and there's a what do you call it? It's principle, right? Like I have a hard time paying a company that bought up all the tickets and pay them more than what the tickets were worth. It just sucks. I don't know. Happy birthday, John Michael Montgomery. That's not his last name, but hey, there you go. Mark Normand? I don't know who that is. Yeah. The 33-year-old. No. That's from the 33. Today he is 33 years old. That's from Three Amigos. And we all got you a present, and he opens it up. It's a sweater. It's just, I don't know. It's a stupid movie. It really is, but I love it. It's one of those that I love. Yeah, 9,000. I was number 9,000 in line. Now again, I I don't know who to blame. Like you could, oh well, blame Ticketmaster for putting me, a huge fan, so far behind in the queue. They don't know that. And then blame StubHub and what is it, Geek Seats or whatever they're called, all the different ones, the resellers, right? Blame them for doing that. And I hope, I honestly, there's a part of me that hopes that Trent comes out on stage and goes, why are there no, there's just a bunch of empty seats. It's not going to happen because there are going to be people who pay. There have been people that paid. But I looked on, I was on the Nine Inch Nails Reddit subreddit at the same time and listening to, looking at all the people getting mad and all that stuff. And I paid, I know that these tickets were like 130 or something like that. I wasn't able to get them. So I paid 250 for them from whatever. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't pay double the price. I just can't. There's a part of me that says, even though I was prepared to pay way more than what the ticket price was, I was prepared for it. But I thought that's just what the prices were going to be. I didn't know that all of them were going to be scalped before I was even going to be led onto the site. It's ridiculous, man. It's just stupid. And it's like, the thing that I said is that I hate that there are companies and individuals out there that do nothing but prey on fandom. And I'm talking about PS5 scalpers. I'm talking about all of it. Right? Ticket scalpers. Ticket scalpers have been around a long time. And yeah, sure. Yeah, you can make a lot of money doing that. But I just don't want to do that. I would never want to do that. Oh, I steal from people who are really big fans. That's what I do for a living. Like, do you have any? I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard for me to look at that and say, yeah, you do a service. You make the world a better place. No, you don't. You're kind of a piece of crap. That's how I look at it. And I can't, in good conscience, pay double the price for what I know are $130 tickets or $120 tickets. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But think about that. Think about that next time something sells out, like immediately. And just think about, like, and this is probably one of those things where, somebody will call me a boomer, which I'm not even a boomer, right? I'm not that old. Right? I mean, I'm getting there, but I'm not boomer age. But I mean, I kind of try to live my life in a way where it's like, if everybody in the world was just like me, how good would this world be? I know that's one of those little stupid things that, I mean, I learned way back in band, marching band, like 16, but it's always stuck in my head. And it's like, if everybody lived their life the same way I did, how good would this world be? And I just don't understand that there's people that they do nothing but take advantage of others. When I went to Quick Trip, right? You at the beginning, I don't know if some people may not have gotten here until way after, but the whole driving thing, it started with me getting in the car from Quick Trip, got me a drink, set it down. I'm sitting there getting my drink, and there's a guy just standing there, and he's on his phone. In the way, by the way. Screw you for just standing there. Just doesn't get, people have to walk around him. He's just standing right in the middle, right? He gets a cup, gets something to drink, drinks it, and throws the cup away, and then goes and buys something from the counter. Is this the world that we all want to live in? I mean, look, I'm not saying that he cost Quick Trip a ton of money. What, the cups are probably 4 cents? The amount of stuff that he drank was probably like 8 cents, maybe 10 cents. But it's just the idea that you would just I'm going to just take a drink out of this without paying for it and move on with my day. I don't get that. I just don't get that thinking. And maybe, somebody would call, well, you're just privileged. I don't know, man. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me to think that way and to think that the world owes you something. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Anyway, I'll stop ranting. It's pretty early for the rant, 20 minutes into the stream. But seriously, man, I had a weird couple of days. And then this is not a rant. So on Saturday, okay, we did a hike. And let me show you this. This is the hike we did. Workout time, 4 hours, 12 minutes, 8 seconds, 13-mile hike. Look at how many calories I burned. I burned almost 1,800 calories. And I got to tell you, I was freaking out at the end because my heart rate just went through the roof. And I'm like, I think I'm dehydrated. We didn't bring enough stuff to drink. And we were just like, let's just get to the car. And of course I was fine, but man, it taught us a lot about, okay, so we went half the distance to what it's going to be on, when we go to the Grand Canyon. It's 24 miles. And I'm going to tell you, we could barely walk. We got in the car and then drove home. Actually, we drove to Pi 5 because we were hungry. And April was like, I got 19 points for that or something, whatever. She's like, I can have whatever I want. So we had Pi 5 because we were both we were starving. And we could barely get up, like out of the car. Dude, it was crazy. And we got to do 24 miles in less than 8 months. It's going to be something. So it taught me a couple of things. Taught me one thing. Number one, I need to really work on my cardio. Number two, I need to get in better shape. I need to get more muscular so that, because here's the thing. I know we can do that. Now you look at that and you go, well, 4 hours? 4 hours to do 13 miles? Man, you can knock that whole thing out in 8 hours. There's no way. He said April was saying that most people do it between 10 and 14 hours. 10 hours is closer to the pace that we were going. We were going like 18 minutes, 19 minutes a mile. Right? 3 miles an hour. Man, we got a lot of work to do. So I gotta start like actually working out again. And I gotta get my cardio up because I want it to be a fun experience. I don't want to be like it was out there. That last mile, I was like, my whole body wanted to quit. like my body wanted to quit, and I kept just pushing and pushing and pushing, and we just went. In fact, we did that last mile pretty freaking fast. So yeah. Did I see the Capcom presentation? I did not. Anything good at the Capcom presentation? I mean, look, Capcom lately has just not been making games that I care about. Like, I don't care about the Street Fighter games. I don't care about fighting games in general. I'm not a Monster Hunter guy. I tried it and it's just not for me. But anyway. StubHub sounds like a porno. I mean, it kind of does. It should be illegal to sell anything above MSRP because then GPUs wouldn't be... Yes. True. Am I really that far behind? I'm already behind? Wow. I guess I ranted too long. Just legalize scalping on a large scale. Exactly. And I just don't get it. And Three Amigos is great. That feeling, Rob, is why a lot of us will never be rich people. We're either lucky or dirty, no in between. Rich people were either lucky or dirty. No in between. Gotcha. 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 Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I cannot live my life at the expense of others. I just won't. I won't do it. So does that mean that every now and then I do get taken advantage of? Sure. But I just can't I can't deal with that. I can't do that. I don't understand that it's sociopathic behavior. Thinking that basically it's egocentric sociopathic behavior saying, "Oh, well the world is for me to enjoy." You know, I'm going to do whatever I need to make it. Screw that. Carbonite, welcome. Good to see you. I'm just at a point where I have to ignore so much of the world. Otherwise, I would go insane. I mean, it's part of the reason why I don't watch the news. And in fact, I was going to talk about this a little later, but I'll just talk about it now. All the UFO UAP stuff, I'm stepping away from it. I'm actually gonna step away from it for now because I've heard all the stories I need to hear. Now I need actual evidence. Like there was a thumbnail with Lou Elizondo on it, who I actually think might be the real deal. I mean, I'm like 90% sure he's actually the real deal. What about that thing where he said that this thing was a UFO when it was just a reflection of a light off a window? That's a mistake. People make mistakes. I'm willing to give someone the grace to make a mistake. What I didn't like is seeing his face on a thumbnail with I don't know, an artist rendering, a drawing, whatever, and it says, "We have photos." Okay, where are the photos? Where's the proof, man? Everybody talks all this big stuff. And I'm not talking about people like Ryan Graves or David Fravor, the pilots and all that stuff. It's not their job. It's the people that are withholding information that I want to hear from. I don't even want to hear from them. Just come up to the podium and then click a button and go, check this shit out, right? That's what I want at this point. I don't need any more stories. I'm done with the stories. I'm done with talking heads. I'm sorry, I'm done. I've heard enough. I've seen enough. We've gotten crazy woo stuff, psionics and controlling aircraft. Great. Where's the footage? Where's the radar data? Where's all that stuff? I'm done speculating. I need proof now. I need evidence. And that's not a, I'm not saying, well, how dare you just, demand. Well, I'm just saying that I'm done. I can't take any more in because now it's just make with the photos and the videos. It's pretty early to be getting done with the tea, but hey, that's the way it goes. So. That's the way it goes. I die a little inside. Oh my gosh. I die a little inside every time I sell an 86-cent piece of jewelry for $15, but I know that the business making money is the only reason we're able to offer services at a reasonable cost. True. But see, there's something that's different. To me, that's different. You're not saying, hey, the store down the street had this for $10. I bought it for $10 and now because they're sold out, you come to me and buy it for $15. Well, that's just good business. That's taking advantage of people. You making something at a very low cost, but and then setting a price and then people purchasing it at that price, that's totally different. Well, this computer only cost, like when they talk about phones or whatever, and they say this phone only costs $400 to make. Okay, then go make it yourself. It's not easy. Oh, and the design of it, and requisitioning the parts and the labor to do it. I mean, you know what I mean? It's, and let's not get into the whole, the assembly part of it, in a different country and that makes it cheaper, blah, blah, blah. I get all that. I get all that. But what I'm trying to say is it's just that's to me, that's completely different. It's a different thing to purchase something from someone and buy it all up so that the only place to buy it is from you, and then you set the prices higher than what they were originally. I just and I was telling April, I'm like, it's the same reason why I don't want to buy Lego sets anymore. And she goes, well, that's different. You're holding on to it. He said, you're not buying them out. You're buying one and holding on to it. And if somewhere down the road someone is saying, hey, I really want that set, but it's no longer available, you go, hey, I have one and this is the price of it. I don't know. It feels icky to me. So I don't even do that anymore. Because we were buying like 2 of like every set. We don't do that anymore. Now, I still have some sets to sell. And you could say, well, Rob, why don't you just sell them at the price that, that they were going for? Well, because number one, I'm not in the position to sell it right now. And number two, yeah, I mean, I'm not silly. I don't know. We're not there yet. I did 13 miles once, only took a half a gallon of gas. That's true. I mean, yes. I mean, if you have a 26 mile per gallon tank, most of us, well, I'd say most of us, I would probably 13 gallon, that's probably, or 13 miles, probably be a gallon for me, especially the way I drive. So, whole bunch of Pokemon surrounding me in Pokemon Go, and none are near me. Billy, welcome. I didn't see you there. Was the QT guy maybe 4 Goobins stacked on top of each other in a trench coat? Well, no. I'm pretty sure. May have been pretty convincing though. I just don't understand that, man. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to explain that whole thing. It's like you do the right thing, right? You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because somebody's watching you. But imagine, your 4-year-old child is standing there. What are you teaching them? What if you're, I don't know. There's examples that won't work for some people, right? Like, I don't have kids. I don't care. Okay. What about the grandmother that you really loved? Would you think that what you are doing would make her proud? Now, I'm not saying you have to imagine that your grandma's watching you all the time, because that could get weird. I'm just trying to say, you try to live your life by a standard, man. Honor, integrity. People just don't have that anymore. And where have we lost that? As a society. I don't know, but it's scary. It's getting dark. Anyway, I'm dead set on losing weight. Got up to 205 and I don't like it, so I'm slimming down again. Hey man, do the thing. Do the thing, get healthy. Y'all were moving. That mileage is tough in 4 hours. I mean, we were booking it. But again, it's this training that we're doing. It's like, we've got to get one of the things that April read is that the month before, you should be able to do 20 miles. Okay. So what we're doing is at the end of March, we'll do 16. This was technically the end of January. So the end of March, we'll do 16. By the end of May, we'll do, was that 19? And then I think we're going to do 21. I think. But then we're going to be getting into the hottest time of the year. It's going to suck. Because for whatever reason this week, it's been like springtime here. It was 84 yesterday, which is warm for February. Usually we're still in that really kind of bitter cold. It's usually not this freaking hot. So I don't know. I was going to mention fighting and Monster Hunter. Well, there you go. See, it's just not my thing, you know, and that's fine. You know, there's no problem with you liking that. It's hard for me to talk about because then I go, this happened. And I mean, I don't really have anything to say about it, but it's why I don't, there's a lot of movies that come out that I don't talk about. Same reason. So there you go. By the way, did anybody see Companion this weekend? Because I don't know if a lot of people did. That movie is, I'm not going to say it's, you know, the most amazing movie ever or anything like that, but it's a really fun movie. I had a really good time, even though there are problems with it. I have problems with it, but they're kind of like, I still think a lot of people would really enjoy that movie. And it kind of sucks that it only made less than $10 million this weekend. Why do I want to spend $80 on an off-brand Atari 2600? I was born in 85. I only have like 15 games and have the entire library on my Wii. I mean, you tell them, Rufus. My sister wasn't lucky or dirty. She worked hard for everything she has. Look, not everybody that's rich is that like that, but there's a lot of them, like CEOs and stuff like that. Look, I'm not going to get into this whole, you know, they all suck or whatever, but there's a lot of examples of rich people that did some really disgusting things to get where they were. But yeah, Disclosure is going to be behind a paywall. Jody B, welcome. Good to see you. And Squiggles, I was just talking about you and how, yeah, still wasn't able to get freaking Nine Inch Nails tickets, and it's hard for me to pay double the price, knowing that they were double the price. But anyway, I've talked enough about that. As far as UFP stuff, I've just been watching Harloff and Vetted just to summarize the goings on. Carbonite, that's a good way to go. And I will probably watch, you know, his, what is it? I don't know, his weekly Tuesday thing, but I'm not going to sit there and watch every video and listen to all the, I just can't. Unless something big happens, I don't want to spend my time or spend that much time doing that. But it's more that I feel like they're losing. I feel like the community is losing its focus because now that you got, well, this whistleblower guy doesn't like this whistleblower guy. And so they're fighting. And it's like, this reminds me of seriously, it reminds me of vaping, you know, because there for a while when vaping was getting really big and people were making a lot of money, there were like different little groups and they would get mad at each other and war with each other. And I'm like, excuse me, you're still small potatoes compared to big tobacco, right? You got bigger fish to fry. Quit fighting amongst yourselves and fight the real bad guys. Same thing here. Not to say that the government's bad guys. Some people say they are. All I'm trying to say is there's a goal that's unified. Quit arguing. And then there's people that are, it's like they want to be the center of attention. So they keep coming out with videos saying stuff and then taking credit for things that aren't them. And I'm just like, I'm done with all this petty BS, you know? I'm not in high school anymore. Just make with the freaking footage. That's all I got to say, man. Make with the freaking footage. I'm tired of arguing. On the next episode, they're going to talk about more UFO stuff. Yeah, I'm done. Go for it. Now, the only person that I feel like I can listen to without feeling like I'm trying to get sold something is Ryan Graves. But even he has his own little thing that he's got going, right? And I'm not saying that people aren't allowed to try to, you know, make a living for themselves. But still, it's It's hard, man. The whole thing's hard. I got to punch out of the news too. Every day is more and more depressing. Yeah, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. All we can do is keep our heads up high and realize that even all the arguing that you see online, that's not everybody. It's just like, people go, oh, well, everybody hates The Last Jedi. Okay, then why did it make over $1 billion? There's a lot of people out there that don't pay attention to any of that stuff. And I'm not saying that you should feel alone, because there's plenty of people that don't like The Last Jedi or don't like the sequel trilogy in general. But it just means that when it comes to the casual audience, they don't think the same way you do. And that's fine. Quit trying to, whatever. Are you guys getting ice tomorrow? Inch of sleet and freezing rain on top. Ooh. April is a smart, yeah, she is. Yeah. Oh, she's planned all this. Now, the only thing that scares me is, I say the only thing. There's a lot of things that scare me. Going down, because here's the thing. They said, this one thing says that you want to be at this point by 10 a.m. because the canyon basically goes down into like not just a canyon, like canyon, but like it goes down even further, and you're walking along this trail that's cut out. And the problem is it gets so hot that it's probably going to be 115, 120, 130 degrees, depending on the day. And they're saying to be there by 10 a.m. And I'm like, that's halfway. That's like halfway between the beginning and the end. So that's like 12, 13 miles that we got to do by 10 a.m. It's going to be tough. And I'm going to try to film as much of it as I can. But anyway. There's a lot of things though. Because you have to start at you're supposed to start, they say, hey, try to start as early as you can, like 5 a.m. Okay, no big deal. Still dark. Sunrise is at 6:30. And you got to go down like over a mile on these paths. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited, but I'm also kind of nervous. I wonder if I'm going to be able to sleep. That's going to be the worst thing, is if I can't sleep the night before. I'm going to have to take like a freaking, I almost said no dose. That's exactly the opposite. I'm going to have to take like a Tylenol PM or something. Just knock me out. 84. Wow, I wish. Oh yeah. It was freaking hot yesterday. At the beginning, I was out driving around yesterday with t-shirt. This was hot. Now today it got a little cooler, but yeah, man, it's crazy. My family raised me wrong. I re-raised me. I like me. I don't let them take any credit. My family was rad to me, but they were shady and raised me to be shady and take advantage of systems. Yeah, see, and I don't know. I just don't understand how that starts and then how it continues. Wearing shorts to work this week, and the next week is back to 40. I know, it's going to be weird. I consider you guys more family than my family, honestly. Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you then is you need to brush your teeth and you need to get to bed. I'm saying I do want to spend $80 on the Hyperkin 2600. Please talk me out of it. Oh. Understandable. I'm accepting not going at this point. I mean, again, dude, the ticket prices are just stupid, man. And it's hard for me to, yeah, see, these were some of the prices just like an hour later. Okay, so that was at 12:20. So not even an hour later. The tickets went on sale at noon. And StubHub already had $358, $529, $197. And those 197s were, I believe, 120 a piece. And it's hard for me to. And then by the time I got on there, which of course I was still waiting in line at that point. By the time I got in, the ticket prices were even higher than that. So I don't know. The infighting is most likely because they are shills and want money. Chris, you are probably not wrong. But it's one of those things that just turns me off of the whole thing. And I'm like, I just, you guys talk as much as you want. Let me know when you have footage and or pictures, because I'm tired of seeing talking heads. And I don't know if I believe. I mean, look, the psychic stuff, all of that, dude, all the claims could be real. All of them. But I've heard enough. Now I want to see some footage. Bucho, welcome. Good to see you. I get excited when I see him too. Yeah, I know. I mean, look. There he is. The man himself. Again, that is a live shot from New Zealand, and he's still standing perfectly still. I just don't know how he does it. No wind. Nothing. I mean, look at that shirt is like perfectly creased and it just doesn't move. It's amazing. It is amazing. Tylenol PM leaves me feeling like a zombie the next day. I could never hike like that. Well, all I'm saying is something to knock me out. I don't know what it is. Chloroform? I don't think chloroform works that way like it does in the movies. But here's the thing. I need to be able to sleep. And again, last night, same thing. It was I was supposed to go to bed because we had the water guys coming. We have a water softener. Any guys know anything? Anyway, water softener, right? And then we have filters under our kitchen sink. And there's another little faucet thing that puts out like super, super clean water, right? So we have a water filtration unit and a water softener, same company. We paid it off years ago, and I'm telling you, it has paid for itself many times over. Many times over. And it's because Fort Worth has very, very hard water. You know, anyway, it can do damage to all kinds of things. Anyway, water softener, filtration unit. Guy had to come out. I had to be up. Well, for some reason, I couldn't sleep last night. And it wasn't for anything like cool or like, oh man, were you busy writing or no, I was just trying to sleep and I couldn't, and it sucks. I don't know what it is about this time of year that I just cannot sleep. It sucks. So I don't know, something. I'm here every Tuesday. What, 2 years now? I don't talk to my family at all. Well, Rufus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope things get better. And I hope you can clear out, the fog of resentment and regret and just enjoy your family because they won't always be there. So anybody have that 8-bit do keyboard with the big buttons? The reviews are iffy, but they're sexy. I want that Xbox theme one. Yeah. He's got a nice shirt on too. Yeah, that was the original. That was the original shirt that my dad made. My dad had it made. And it wasn't like, I don't know. I just wanted a different design. But yeah. If they can call in the UFOs, they better start landing them. I just want footage. I don't need them to land. I don't need to talk to them. But give me the footage. A double shot of whiskey. I mean, a NyQuil? Maybe that would work. Shout out the water softeners. I mean, it's just a thing, Or are you saying shout them out like the actual company? Eco Water? They're really good. They're really, like I said, it's paid for itself many, many times over. For as much water as we drink, that we don't have to bottle, we don't have to carry bottles back from Costco. We don't have to recycle all of it. we just drink super, super clean water. It's amazing. It's great. Would you say you see pretty much eye to eye with Nancy Mace? I'm interested in hearing evidence, not people using congressional hearings to pimp their book or whatever she said recently. I mean, yes, I'm for that too, but I don't need to hear any more evidence. I don't want to hear anything unless it's the sound. Well, they say they don't make sounds. I want to see some stuff. I want to see some stuff. I want to talk to Zingbach. I tried drinking hard water for a few months. Didn't work well, so we're back to Viagra. Viagra. 8-bit doo-doo. NyQuil doesn't do anything to me, so I use whiskey. I'm not a drinker, but I mean, if that's what it takes. It's almost as if the entire thing is based on the status, fame, and financial opportunities of UAP influencers. The Jesse Michaels video, with Jake Barber and Logan Paul being there, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And it just made me think, was Ross Coulthart wrong? And that this is just entertainment? If that's the case, I'm not down for that. I'm down for truth. I don't want to believe anymore. I want to know. I've said it many times, but that's it. Disclosure is a bitch. It brings too many questions. And they don't want us to know the aliens are humans from before the last catastrophe. There's a lot they don't know. You already have evidence of aliens. You met Jay. He's an alien from Uranus. Derek, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I forgot you aren't a drinker. My bad. No, that's the thing. I would totally be a drinker for a day if it meant that I could go to sleep at a regular, at the right time. I'm going to have to like switch myself around and just get up at 5 a.m. for like a week and a half because I got to be able to, I got to be on for this. I want to get up that morning and be like, F yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I can't not be on the thing. I got to be doing it. I'm trying to go to bed earlier. It's hard. I'm a night owl. I'm definitely a night owl, but wake up and do the Rocky and drink the eggs and go run. But that's the thing. I don't want to run. I've got 24 miles to do. Eat lightning and crap thunder. Yes. Yes. But hey, let's get into some of the show since we're an hour in. And welcome to everyone who's, just hanging out and chilling. I appreciate it. I really do. But I wanted to just talk about a couple of books I've been reading. I just finished this. The Alloy of Law. Now, Mistborn is a trilogy, and it takes place kind of like, almost like, I don't know, like you could say the 1700s or before, but on like another planet. And then this one takes place in the late 1800s, but on another planet. So what's cool is that they reference the things from before, the legends and stuff from before, but it's more of like, it almost feels like a turn of the century type story. I loved it. It's short too, but I love this. And I'm all in on Sanderson. I think that dude is a hell of a writer. So I'm really excited. And I'm really shocked that we haven't seen anything. We haven't seen any sort of TV show or movie based on Sanderson's work. The dude is an amazing writer. He really is. But I finished that and read this. Mr. Bliss. This looks like somewhat of a thick book, but it's really not, because the book was done two ways, right? It's a very short book. I read this in about 45 minutes. So, Mr. Bliss, is it my favorite? Not really. It's a kid's book, basically. But there you go. Tolkien, Mr. Bliss. And now, I'm reading Salem's Lot. Now I've read this. This was the first Stephen King book I ever read, but this is the illustrated edition. And the problem with this is that the pictures are kind of like a feeling. A guy walking his dog in the woods. It's not really, it's not that big of a deal if you just got the regular version of Salem's Lot. But apparently there are deleted scenes in here. So yeah, when I finish the book, I'll read that. You're reading Stephen King by Salem's Lot? Yes. I love Salem's Lot though. I really, something about that story, I just love it. And maybe it's because it scared the absolute piss out of me back in the day. But yeah. But I've also watched a couple of movies. Yeah. The first one, this is a movie that I'd never seen. This is one of those movies that I just, for some reason, I never got around to watching it. Came out in 1983, I believe. 83. And this is The Outsiders. Now, what's cool is, in 4K, what's cool about this edition is, it also comes with the theatrical version, and they both get their own disc. So it's in 4K across the board. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool that they would restore it to do the complete novel is what the extended edition of this story is. But you also get the theatrical. Now, I'd never seen it before. So I said, okay, I got to watch the theatrical first, because that's what everybody, like most of the people that have seen the movie and remember the movie, they watch the theatrical, right? It's only like 90 minutes, right? It's pretty short, 92 minutes. So I was like, okay, this is what I got to watch. The coolest thing about it, really, is the cast. I mean, look at that cast. C. Thomas Howell, Matt Dillon, Diane Lane, Diane Lane was hot. Okay, I'm just saying it. Diane Lane was hot. But Diane Lane, Ralph Macchio, Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze, Emilio Estevez, Tom Cruise, and Leif Garrett. Leif? Yeah. Look, it was really cool to see how young they were, and seeing them. Patrick Swayze was 31 already when this movie was made. I didn't realize that. But yeah, it was cool to see it. But I don't think it's a great movie. I know if you saw it as a young person, you would have said, "Oh yeah, I mean, this is like this, it's like The Sandlot, or any of those movies that you see as a kid and you grow, you remember it fondly and all that stuff." I thought it was sappy, especially the music by Francis Ford Coppola's dad. Does it say? I can't remember his name. His dad's name. Carmine Coppola. And Sofia Coppola is in it too. Very briefly. But anyway, I thought the acting was like high school level. I'm sorry. Look, it just didn't work for me. Right? So then I said, okay, don't really want to, but now I'm going to watch the extended version. The extended version's the complete novel actually works better as a film, because it gives you more context and character development, which I think works better. The problem is, really, I think the biggest problem with the movie is the score. I think Carmine Coppola, he was kind of going, especially like when Pony Boy and what was his name? What was Ralph Macchio's name in the movie? Anyway, they're sitting there and they're talking at a sunset, and the music's all swelling and supposed, and it's trying to kind of get, you know, a Gone with the Wind kind of feel to it, a classic film kind of feel. Music swells and all that, but it's cheesy. It just feels cheesy. But what Francis Ford Coppola did for the complete novel is he took out a lot of his father's score and put in more contemporary music from the time. So there's a lot of like early Elvis Presley and stuff like that in there. The problem was it was mixed horribly. And now I don't know if somehow like my system's not calibrated properly. I don't think that's the case because everything else sounds great. But the music was blaring out of the back speakers and I could barely hear dialogue. So I was like, okay, this mix is weird. Um but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Johnny. Of course. Do it for Johnny. Right. Of course. Duh. That's like one of the big things in the movie, right? But the thing is like I totally get it. You know, if you watch this growing up and you love it, don't don't listen to me. I'm an old curmudgeon at this point, watching a movie 41 years after 42 years. 42. 42 years after this movie came out. And yeah, it's not going to work the same as if I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. It works different. But there you go. I was now. Here's the thing. I am really glad I have this. I really am. The special features on this are fantastic, and I watch all the special features because I'm thorough. And sometimes the special features will make you appreciate a movie even further than you already do. Like there are movies that I really like, and the special features make me love it. And then there have been movies that I've been kind of like iffy on, but the special features kind of swayed me and made me go, okay. And then I watch it again. I'm like, I see it now. I don't know if I'll ever be able to watch this again and think, oh yeah, I remember all those special features and man, this movie's so much better. But yeah, but I will say this, if you're a fan of The Outsiders, I think you owe it to yourself to watch the complete novel because even though the score is completely different, he actually uses a soundtrack, right? He's using music instead of, like popular music instead of, a composed score. It's still worth it for all of the extra character moments. You get so much more, especially with Rob Lowe, who plays Ponyboy's brother. I can't remember. Soda Pop. I forgot. Soda Pop. Uh, you need to see it. You need to see it. And I think this is a great way to do it. The complete novel. And I got this on sale during one of the Amazon sales somewhat recently. So I think I only got it for like $16. So I would highly recommend this if you're a fan of The Outsiders. So even though I'm giving it kind of not a great score, I still recommend it for fans of the movie. And then the only other movie that I watched this week was a rough one. I hadn't seen this. It was nominated for 9 Oscars and it won 4. It doesn't actually say on this what it won, but I know that best cinematography was won because well no, those are the nominations. Let's see. Here's the movie, by the way. All Quiet on the Western Front. Yes, a Netflix movie, but holy crap. This movie is it's weird. It's like all the war movies that I've watched in the last few years have all been very anti-war movies, and they've been rough to watch. This one, for sure. For sure. Where's the awards? Where's the awards? Storyline, did you know? User reviews, top picks. There it is. Right at the top. I just glossed over it. Academy Awards. It won for Best International Feature Film, won for Best Achievement in Music, so Best Score. Score was pretty good. It won for Best Achievement in Cinematography and Production Design. I can't I can't I have no complaints because this movie looked amazing and it was only like a $10 million budget. It was great. It was real. I mean, it was great, but man, I don't know if I can watch this again. But I'm glad that I watched it like this in 4K with, full surround and all that kind of stuff instead of watching it in 1080p on Netflix. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, it's like I said, not the not the easiest movie to watch for sure. But I also, in talking with Leon, he said, "Dude, why haven't you watched this?" And I'm like, "I don't know." He said, dude, seriously, you have to watch this." So I started watching it grudgingly because Leon doesn't like a lot of stuff. Oh my God, he was right. I'm almost finished with season 1 of Mindhunter. If you don't know what Mindhunter is a series that David Fincher was involved with. He directed many episodes. In the center there is Jonathan Groff. On the right hand side you have Holt McCallany, and on the left you have Anna Torv, who is in Fringe. I love Fringe. This show is so freaking good. It's about basically the first FBI serial killer hunters. And it's so good. It's so freaking good. It's holy crap, mind-blowing. I don't think it wasn't Bucho. It was Leon. Leon was the one that put me over the edge and said, "Dude, you have to see this. Quit screwing around. You have to see this." And I'm like, "Okay, fine. I'll watch it." Man. Okay, so you guys know I love Zodiac, right? To me, Zodiac is David Fincher's masterpiece. I don't know if he'll ever make a movie that good again. This has that same level of creepiness, but man, it's good. It's so good. I cannot believe they stopped making this show. It's really that good, but it also is. It's Netflix, man. If they can't show that a show is profitable, they'll just cancel it. Or in the case of Mindhunter, just not greenlight a season 3, which is just, oh my God, the show is so good. And I don't know how it ends. I don't know how season 2 ends. And apparently it ends with a cliffhanger. But we'll see. But again, such a missed opportunity. It reminds me of the way that I felt after seeing Firefly for the first time. Right? And I know Joss Whedon is, basically been in trouble for a long time. And people, don't like him anymore. But the fact is, the dude headed up some of the most... I mean, look at Buffy. I don't even like Buffy. But you have to admit, Buffy was a trendsetter. There are so many different... Honestly, a bunch of different IPs that steal from the style of Buffy. And Firefly was no exception. Firefly was a crazy good show. And canceled after 13 seasons after Fox just... It's like Fox didn't believe in it. And almost intentionally made it fail. It's just, it's that level of, I cannot believe that everyone involved didn't do everything that they could to try to save this show, because it is so freaking good. I don't know if I've ever seen Jonathan Groff before, but he's great. Holt McCallany. I'm gonna get that wrong every time. He's one of those actors that you've seen before, but I didn't realize how good he was until this show. He's freaking awesome. And Anna Torv can do anything, and I'd watch it because she's just good. She's just really, really good. So, yeah. I've been telling Rob he'll like Mindhunter for years. I know. But Leon, there was something that Leon said that made me just go, okay, fine, fine, fine. So everybody gets the credit, okay? Let's not, you know. You're reading The Shining right now. I'm going back a little bit. But yeah, Mindhunters is fantastic, and I'm finally kind of really in deep with that. And yeah. But let me get caught up. Then I have to use the restroom because I drank a buttload of tea. It's not really a buttload, is it? No, Rob, that doesn't make any sense. But I drank a lot of tea and I gotta pee. Before I show you what I got in the mail this week. But anyway, let's get caught up. The Shining. Shining's great, and Doctor Sleep is great. The movie's great. The book is great. I love the book. I love the movie. So there you go. You've never seen The Outsiders either. Yeah, see, that's one of those where it's like, I totally get it. Like, I'm watching that movie. It's just like Beverly Hills Cop. I was not a fan, but I totally understand why people like it. Because they watched it back then when Eddie Murphy was in his prime and everybody loved him. And, you know, it's like he could do no wrong. And then he's in this action film and they just like, more, let's get more, right? And it made a ton of money. But watching it now, it's like, But I get it. I totally understand if you liked it. Are you looking at grandmas when they were young and hot? So now that when you look at the grandma, she's more than hot than she was? Derek, that is a crazy good question because here's the thing. What's weird is the older I get, the more that I can look at somebody, no matter what age they are, and see what they would look like. Right? Like, for example, there's been many times when I see my mother-in-law, but I know what she looked like when she was younger, because I, seen pictures and stuff. And it's like, no, I get it. I totally get. And then my dad and me and my wife, and I mean, I have, freaking baby pictures of my wife and seeing that and go, yeah, I can totally see. But then what's weird is you can see a younger person now and see what they're going to look like when they're older. And it's strange. It's a weird question. I get what you're saying, but like Diane Lane, her face morphed a little bit or something over the years. And I'm not trying to make it sound like she's like, oh my God, she's ghastly now. No, she's still a good looking woman. She's a good looking older woman. Back in 1983, I like when the movie started, I was sitting there going, okay, I totally get why girls would like this show because there's a lot of boys with their shirts off and they're the young hot guys at the time. I get that. But why were guys so into it? Then Diane Lane came on screen and I went, oh, now I get it. Because she was a good looking girl. She was what, 18, 19 when that movie was made? And I was like, and then what's funny is if you look at her filmography, like right after this movie, like the year after this movie, she's doing nude scenes and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, whoa, okay. All right. Wow. So anyway, Diane Lane was a good looking girl. But no, I get what you're saying, Derek. I get what you're saying. It's weird though. Especially when, like this right here, what Ralph Macchio looks like now. And he really doesn't look that different. But then you look at, some people when they age, their face changes a lot. But yeah, some of them just look almost like, I don't know. It's strange. But yeah, just look at that picture. There you go. I mean, Tom Cruise had the fake teeth in and everything. But yeah, and what happened to C. Thomas Howell? Did C. Thomas Howell go through some sort of weird canceling thing? Because he's just as good as any of the other ones. And I mean, look, you got Rob Lowe. I mean, now some of them have had better careers than others. Of course, Tom Cruise at the top. But like, I don't understand why C. Thomas Howell wasn't a bigger star. Oh, and what's weird is I didn't realize this. I didn't know this until later on. Is his name on here? No. There's 3 guys in The Outsiders that are in Red Dawn. So it's Patrick Swayze, C. Thomas Howell, and then their friend that died like really early in Red Dawn is also one of the Socs in this, which was kind of cool to see. But anyway, had to read The Outsiders in 6th grade, so that made the movie hit a bit harder. Yeah, and that probably would have been different if I had been made to read that. But I didn't. In fact, I knew kids that had read it, but I never read it. It wasn't part of my curriculum. I used The Outsiders movie to not read the book in middle school. I still say stay golden. But, yep, but. Holy crap, we're so far behind. Stay gold. All cooled was interesting. I don't know what that means. Have you seen Come and See? Now that's rough. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Come and See is one of the movies that I said people, a lot of people were saying, oh man, this is an anti-war movie. It's a rough movie too. I don't know which one's worse to me. Worse. They're both really great movies. I think that I could watch Come and See more than I could. I don't know, man. They're both really good movies though. That's the thing. And the cinematography in this movie is gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's amazing what they were able to do with so little money. Amazing. But man, it's such a bummer. Mindhunter is also glad Bucho talked you into watching it. When I say you should watch, yeah, whatever Bucho, but when your beloved Leon says it, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. Thank goodness Wraith isn't here to hear you say that you hate his beloved Buffy. I'm not talking trash on Buffy. It was never my thing. Buffy came out after, my time. Like I wasn't into TV at the time. So I never watched Buffy. But I did watch a couple of episodes of Angel with April. It's okay. But I get it. It's sometimes things when they come out, they hit certain people at that certain time and they love it and it's great and people talk about it, and anybody else that's outside of that time period or that age period, whatever, it just doesn't work. And for me, that's one that I just never went back to, and now apparently it's really, really hard to find it in good quality. But anyway, I wasn't talking trash on Buffy. And Vinny, welcome. Just checking in to see if this is Minecraft. It isn't. Vinny, are you still here? Because that was a while ago. Because I've been talking. Vinny, if you're still here, I will say that I got some footage. But there's a problem. And the problem is not, how am I going to get this footage to you? Because I already have that figured out. The problem is, I went to a couple of different places to do the thing of, hey, searching for blah, blah, blah. So, maybe you could find time to edit something. I didn't find anything. So I just want to let you know that I have footage. It's not usable right now. But my goal in the next week, 2 weeks, is to get out and get some footage, and hopefully we can put something together and maybe, have a little fun. So just to let you know, if you're still there, Vinny, if you're still there, you're probably gone because you were like, this isn't Minecraft, I'm out. But yeah, because I wanted to take Vinny up on his offer to just see what he could do. And I mean, yeah, I think it'd be cool. Buffy's a great show, groundbreaking in some cases, but Angel is the superior show. Yeah, and it's just Diane Lane in Streets of Fire. Wow. Ew, Patrick Swayze looks a little down under now. Yeah. Welcome, Wraith, by the way. I don't think I actually said hi to you, but hi. Good to see you. I'm not really mad. As a fellow huge Zodiac fan, I'm just glad someone was able to get you to see the light about Mindhunter. And it was just because I kept forgetting about it because I don't go on a Netflix. Netflix is not my thing. Like we have it because April watches stuff on it. I don't really watch anything on Netflix. I've been watching a bunch of Max lately. The Max series, but then I've been watching older movies and stuff like that. That's that and Disney. I've been watching a lot of Disney/Hulu, so I think Soul Man. Oh, good call, Wraith. I completely forgot about Soul Man. I remember that movie. I remember that. I remember actually, like, I don't know. I think I remember seeing it, but I don't remember if it's good. But oh yeah. I totally forgot about Soul Man, which is a shame because it's not like he wrote it. He was paid to be in a movie. I don't know. But you're probably right, and that sucks. When did that come out? $1986. Oh my god, that's so bad. Radon Chong, James Earl Jones. Holy crap. How do you say it? Leslie Nielsen, Ari Gross, Melora Hardin, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I mean, that's a lot of folks. What did Steve Miner? That's what I was looking for. Is what did Steve Miner go on to do? House Warlock. He doesn't look like he did a whole lot of stuff. I don't know. Once Upon a Time. Bunch of TV movie. But I mean, that's a lot of work. He probably. Look, all I know is I mean, look, people have been canceled for a lot of reasons, but I just feel bad. But yeah, that's bad. Be right back later, Ricky. Do that. And Pixel Phoenix, welcome. Good to see you too. Good to see all of you folks in here. A customer came in. I'm going to say All Quiet was interesting. Ah, yes, it was. It's the film guy I know. And Filbert, welcome, Filbert. Good to see you too. Good to see you too. I should have no problems making the Game Dave chat this week. I'm just saying. As far as I know, there is nothing stopping me. So there you go. Because the only movie that I'm remotely interested in seeing that comes out this week is called Love Hurts with Ke Huy Quan. The problem is, I think it's going to be bad. And I hate to say that. But I just got a feeling. I got a feeling. This is the movie that I'm talking about with Ke Huy Quan. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's not going to be good. There's also what is it? The Cupid Heart Eyes or whatever is the horror movie I don't care about. So, yeah, Jurassic Park Rebirth trailer tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, look. Maybe I should put my face down here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. If any of you have any feelings on the Final Fantasy, on the Fantastic Four trailer, hey, we can still talk about it. You know? So, yeah. Tom Ace. Exactly. Exactly. My internet died. What did I miss? Vinny, did it really die? Or are you just kidding me? If you're still here, all I was trying to say is I did get some footage, some of which made it into the intro today, but I got a lot of footage. The problem is I didn't get anything. I didn't find anything cool. So my goal is to film a little more over the next couple of weeks and hopefully get some footage together so that you can have fun doing a thing. And if it works, then I'll put it up on the channel and we'll see what happens with it. But I really, there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I can film stuff in the style that would make it fun for you. Because I mean, let's be honest. We're just having fun here. But I can't go. It's like a Game Chasers episode when we don't find anything. It's hard to make an episode out of it or make something entertaining out of it when there's nothing to film, you know? You are an expert. Yes, Vinny. But yeah, so I was going to actually text you yesterday in the middle of it and maybe show you, give you a little glimpse of stuff, but then I was like, I don't have anything. I mean, yeah, I've got footage of me driving. That's not that interesting. You can't really make a video out of that. Something that, would be entertaining to watch. Or maybe you could. I don't know. I'll tell you this. There's footage of me leaving my house and I almost immediately get in a wreck and I cuss out the guy. And then there's a different one when I'm leaving Quick Trip and I cuss then too. It was bad. I cuss a lot when I'm driving, apparently. So there. Yeah, crafting minds. That's all that Vinny's just all about the crafting minds. C. Thomas does voice acting and does a good job of it. That's true. That's true. Yeah, Soul Man is... I saw it back in the day. I know I did. But yeah, where's the 4K of that? Warlock is an underrated movie and franchise. I've never seen Warlock. Oh, Julian Sands, right? Yes. No, now I remember the poster for it. Yes. It ain't a true Dave chat unless a wild robot Robert, that's me, shows up. Yes. I want Fantastic Four to work. I always liked them as a kid. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I've never really been blown away by anything Fantastic Four, but I want to be. I love the look of it. I think it looks amazing. I'm not 100% sold on, the actors yet. But then again, this is a teaser trailer. All you're really getting is, hey, this is what the world looks like. This is the feel of it. We'll get into story, we'll get into character, all that stuff later. Now it's just, hey, this is the world. Hey, it's coming. It's coming this year. All I got to say is that month is going to be insane. Because you got Fantastic Four, you got Superman, and you've got Jurassic World. It's going to be a fun month. It's going to be fun. Really fun. Speaking of, my Retropalooza video is almost finally done. Finally, almost done. Wraith, I want to see it. I want to see it with my brain. That doesn't make any sense. All I did is plug in RAM and I made it 15 minutes. That's true. That is completely true, Vinny. Oh, leave in the cursing. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Some of it is cursing with music going, so I don't know if that would work. Because my thinking was to just give him the footage, but without the dialogue, and I would do voiceover. Or he could do his fun text and all the stuff that he does. But if you really want that, then I could just I guess the next time I could drive with the music off. But here's the funny thing. So here, let me do this. So because of my I have that GoPro mount, which is, with it's not in here. I have a thing that straps to this and makes it GoPro compatible, so I can use my GoPro accessories, right? So what I did is I couldn't figure out how to mount it to where the camera was like this, but facing, so basically it's mounted like this on the inside of the car, but I couldn't figure out how to make it face that way without showing the mount. So I was like, okay, I guess I could mount it like this, but then it would be in 3K, not 4K. So then I mounted it upside down like this out the front window. So what you saw at the beginning of the stream is it basically pointed directly straight ahead with like sticking out like this straight ahead. And then I mounted it to where it was facing me for that one, the very beginning. If you didn't see that at the beginning of the stream, I think that makes the footage look kind of neat. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this footage. I actually have to find something though. Yes. The cursing needs the obligatory beep. It makes it funnier. I mean, yeah. But I think I said effing moron because somebody pulled out in front of me. And then I don't remember what I said. I cursed a lot. I triple dog dare you to review the 4K if it ever gets out. Oh, I will. I'll make a promise to you right here, right now. If Soul Man 1986 with C. Thomas Howell gets a 4K release, I will pre-order it and review it as soon as it comes out. That's my promise to you. That is my promise to you. That is my promise to you. Yes, I said it 3 times. July is going to be the battle of the box office. Jurassic World, Superman, Fantastic. I don't know. You think Fantastic Four will be victorious? Here's the thing. And this is something that I really wasn't thinking about because I don't think about box office. But it was something that Robert Meyer Burnett, I know, was said on the John Campea show. And he said the problem is with Marvel fans, it's all about what came before, and what came before can definitely have an impact on later movies. So for example, if Captain America Brave New World, which comes out next week, if that comes out and is awesome and it makes good money, then that's like nothing but good news for Thunderbolts, which comes out in May, I believe. And if Thunderbolts is good, it can lead right into Fantastic Four and make that. It's almost like the box offices can almost like help each other in a weird way, and it gets people excited again. Brave New World has a lot on its shoulders. I really hope it's good, because I really liked Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's not the best Marvel series that I watched, but I really liked it, and I like Anthony Mackie. as Sam Wilson / now Captain America, I'm cool with it. I want to see a good movie. And I already got my tickets. I'm ready to go. Bring it. But I really hope it's good. I really do. I really hope it's good. And Thunderbolts looks like a lot of fun. So we'll see. Of all the four, the giant talking rock actually has the best character. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think what you had to do for this is you had to establish where this story takes place. And this story isn't like the other movies where you have to, we have to see them get their powers. No, this is a Fantastic Four that has been there a while and people are big fans of them. So they're already known out there in the greater world. So they already have to have their powers. They already have to be established as the Fantastic Four, right? And I think it was important with that in mind to show their design for the Thing, or for Thing, whatever. They really had to show that off right at the beginning. And I think they did a great job with that. And I think some people are like, the design doesn't work. I think the design's great. I kind of wish the voice was a little more gravelly, but that's just because of what I'm used to in the past. Doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. Everything that's going to happen, it's all dependent upon the story that is supporting all this. So we'll see. But hold up. The next Jurassic movie is just called Jurassic World Again. What the hell, man? Yes. Jurassic World Rebirth. But not as ingenious as Superman. I know. Cursing in a musical. I mean, I'm not a musical guy, but hey, if anybody could make a musical video out of something, it could probably be Vinny. I'm just saying. I don't know if my PC can edit 4K video. Vinny, don't worry. I can downcode it. Downcode? Encode? Re-encode? I can encode it to be 1080p. Don't you worry, sir. I will get you footage that you can use. Don't worry. Don't worry. Stillbirth? Yeah, I don't know. Rebirth, Resurrection, Returns. Well, I mean, it's the same as Final Fantasy VII, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's got to be. I don't know what they're going to do for the third one. What the third one's going to be. Derek and Billy are both pissed off. Jurassic Moon. They put dinosaurs on the freaking moon. Now, see, that would be fun. That'd be good. Too many superhero movies. See, that's the thing, man. I don't think. I mean, I guess I get it. If you look at it like, oh, there's too many vampire movies, or there's too many werewolf movies, there's too many superhero movies. I like good movies. I don't care what genre they're in. Yes. There's too many, there's not enough Westerns. I mean, yeah, there are not enough Westerns. But I mean, like, don't watch a Western. There's plenty of movies that come out every single year. I'm fine with some of the really big ones being, I love the Marvel movies. I do. Even the okay ones, I still enjoy kind of parts of them, I'm looking forward to Daredevil. I just want good movies. I don't care what genre they're in, And go see Companion. Go see Companion. It's good. Jurassic Tits. I don't know if that would work. I'm waiting on that 9950 times 3D to release at the moment. I don't know what that is. Mac and Me? I don't know about Mac and Me. Do we need a sequel to Mac and Me? I don't think so. But look, I'll be right back. And when I come back, I'll show off my big pickup of the week. And we're going to unwrap it. We're going to unbox it because I haven't opened it yet. Okay. I'll be right back. Smoke break. No. No. I mean, look, if I wanna vape, I can vape. I can just vape. Empty as butt? No. I mean, look, I can do that pretty fast, but not that fast. All I had to do was pee. There was a lot of pee though. You ever do that? You're just sitting there and you go like, "There's so much pee, so much pee." Yeah, so it's pee. It's pee. It's just pee. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's show off the big thing. Oh, you can see it. Okay. So you might remember that Barnes and Noble was having a sale. Not Gary, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing okay. You got 23 copyright claims playing Donkey Konga yesterday. Probably hurt my visibility. Worth it. Wow. Ricky, you're back. Well, I'm back. So there you go. Yeah, wow. That's crazy. But anyway, Barnes & Noble was having a sale on Arrow. And of course, you remember last week or the week before, whatever it was, I went to my local Barnes & Noble and got Inglourious Basterds in 4K. Well, there was something that they had that they didn't have in stock in store. Maybe it's because it's such a big ticket item. But I got it 50% off, which really meant about $15, $20 off what it normally was at Amazon. But still, a deal is a deal. And I still got it for as cheap as I've ever seen it. And I know you're probably going to be like, oh, that's it? Really? Okay. But I was excited. Shosco Volume 3. And look at that. Oh, it's $199.99. Yeah, that's the manufacturer's retail price. Okay. Nothing is ever, at least, okay. Unless it's a concert ticket, you're never going to see it go for more, really, or on eBay or something. But so yeah, I'm excited. And look at this. So, oh, that's hard to see. Okay. So you got 10 discs, 14 movies, including The One-Armed Swordsman, which I've never seen it, and people talk about it all the time. It's Wang Yu, who I've seen in many movies, but I haven't seen The One-Armed Swordsman, and I get the sequels as well, which is cool. And here's the thing, I'm looking at the titles. I haven't seen a single one of these. So I'm very excited about Shawscope Volume 3. I gave it a little pre-slit. We all love a good pre-slit, don't we? So we can unwrap it with ease. Oh. So here's the weird thing. You might be saying, well, Rob, you don't have Alien Romulus, and you don't have the Terminator 4K, and you don't have the Kill Bills and Jackie Brown. No. I saved my money and I got this. Because I'm a huge martial arts fan. And I love my martial arts films. So if you've seen Shawscope movies, you've seen all of this stuff before. It's great. And what's cool about these is that thin book. It always says that at the end. But beautiful. Dude, come on. Oh, and look. Jane Pepe. She's awesome. But yeah. Oh, oh my gosh, is that two women? That's I don't, I didn't see that. But look, these movies are awesome, and I love the present. I mean, look at that; it's gorgeous, just gorgeously shot. So it's good on every single movie. The cast, the crew, some trivia, name that tune, further viewing. Awesome. I love it. And then there's another essay at the back. Dude, look at that. That is just freaking cool, man. If you're into martial arts films, dude, seriously, these are so worth it. I mean, think about it. 14 movies for $100. These the print kind of stinks. Man, that is a long. But look, I mean, those are some good looking pictures. That's cool, man. That's cool. I don't even know what movie that's from. Cuz that's T Lung. That's I can't remember his name. I've seen him in a lot of movies. Both of those guys are usually play the bad guys. The guy sitting and then this guy in the red. The guy in the red there on the right hand side of the guy uh sitting down. That's T Lung in the black. I really like T Lung. He's one of my favorites. I mean Gordon Liu I love, but yeah, T Lung's good. Hashtag finger holes, man. Where are the finger holes? Because you got to get it, you got to get under it and all that stuff. Just finger holes, man. Give me finger holes. But anyway, one armed swordsman, Return of the One Armed Swordsman, and the new One Armed Swordsman, and the new one. I know that's David Chang. David Chang took over for Wang Yu after he left to go to a different company. Intimate Confessions of a Chinese Courtesan. Oh shit! All right, The Lady Hermit. So on some of these, yeah, you got two movies on one disc. The 14 Amazons. Okay. The Magic Blade and Clans of Intrigue. Jade Tiger, the Sentimental Swordsman. Eh. The Avenging Eagle, Killer Constable. Oh, the Avenging Eagle. That's what it's from. And there's Alexander Fusheng right there on the left hand side there. And then Buddha's Palm and Bastard Swordsman. And then there's your bonus disc. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. So there's a bonus. There's actually a bonus disc on this one. Usually the way that they do it is that the bonuses are on the disc with the movie, but there's a separate bonus disc for this one. And then you've got a CD with songs from some of those movies, which is cool. Very cool. So there you go. Shawscope Volume 3. Got to put it on the watch list and watch all of them. But I do come on, man. Shawscope, I just love these movies. I know that there's going to be people that are like, man, all those movies, most of those movies suck. But I love them. Even the bad ones, I'm kind of like, I'm glad I watched that. And I showed you some of the crazy some of the crazy movies, at least a couple of clips. That one with the freaking the the dude jumps up and then spirals down and then the guy blows up and then there's an eagle like rah, rah, and you're like, what the hell was that? But yeah, Shawscope Volume 3. Of course, this comes off. Uh, so you can just have that on the shelf. But uh, Oh, there's a little divot right there. But I don't care. But I usually keep this because I like seeing all of the stuff at a glance, you know? The little J card, I guess they call it. I don't know what they call it. But it looks like a J, does it not? J. Anyway. And not Game Chasers J. Screw that guy. But anyway. Super cool. Super cool. TF is shot scope. Oh, Kung Fu flicks, nerd. Hey man, wuxia. All right, get it right. Most of the shot scope movies, there are definitely some kung fu movies in there, but most of them are wuxia movies. And I love wuxia movies, man. Of course, here's the thing. I like wuxia. I like the kung fu movies. I like the crazy wild movies that Shaw did, like Mighty Peking Man. Look, let me show you this. Oops. Yeah. I have this movie. Mighty Peking Man. You don't. Now, what does that say about you versus what does it say about me? It's basically their take on I almost said on Godzilla, on King Kong. And it's as terrible as you think. But I own it. So take that. Now that doesn't mean that every one of them is good, but I enjoy them, man. There's something, I don't know, there's something about them I like. Nice slit, Rob. Thanks, Vinny. Thank you. Missed that noise back when lesbians were hot. I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. When my friends would watch these, I cringed. Then I found the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah. It's good stuff. We have different flavors of autism. It's possible. That's possible. Because I asked, what does that say about you versus what does that say about me? All it says about me, I think, is that I have a very, some would call a snobby taste in movies, but for some reason I have blinders on when it comes to these. I can watch a different one. Seriously, there are weeks where I will watch one a day, sometimes multiple in a day, and just sit there and watch them, and I'm happy. So I don't know. Here's the funny thing. I think when my streams get demonetized, it may be because of the chat, or maybe because I read what the chat says. I don't know. I don't know. But let's see, what else do we have to talk about? I mean, here's the thing. We've gone over for the last month or so, basically 2025. We've been hitting like 3.5, 4 hours. Last week was 4 hours. Can you believe that? A 4 hour stream? That's too long. So in February, I think we're going to shoot for, trying to stick at 3 hours, maybe 2 hours. In fact, y'all have a great night. Bye. Just kidding. But no, seriously. Keep it down a little bit, you know? Chat doesn't affect suitability, thankfully. I mean, does it though? Did anyone else happen to pick up Nin tickets? Not Gary, you missed the beginning of the show. Or I don't know. Like when you come in later, do you just, hey, I'm just gonna watch from here on, or do you go back and watch it at like 1.5 speed or something, 2 times speed? So I'm talking really fast because I was not able to get Nine Inch Nails tickets because they put me in the queue I had 9,000 people in front of me. And by the time I got in, all the tickets were sold except for one that was selling for over $450. One ticket. So I did not get Nine Inch Nails tickets, and I have a really, really hard time spending the extra money, paying the extra money to someone like StubHub, who's really just buying up tickets at regular price and then charging me more. I guess for the... I need to stop talking about that because I just want to go on a rant every time because it makes me so angry. The cheapest I saw here was averaging 120. Here's the thing, Wraith. The cheapest tickets at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth were $49 to start. The cheapest tickets now are right around $200. It's ridiculous, and it's not no convenience fee either, because they also have a thing called dynamic pricing. The faster tickets sell, the more Ticketmaster will charge. But that didn't stop StubHub and all the other resellers from jumping on there and buying all the tickets. You're telling me that in 2025, Nine Inch Nails sold out Dickies Arena in less than 20 minutes? Is that what you're telling me? Then Nine Inch Nails is a lot more popular than I thought, but I don't think so. Because if you look on StubHub and all these other sites, tickets are available. They've got them for sale. I got kind of lucky. I was around 4,000 in queue. The ticket buying system is whack and I hate it. Were you able to get tickets in? Did you? Because, I mean, there was literally one ticket left. And I hate it. More like Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster bots got the tickets and they're selling through a massive surcharge. I mean, that's possible. But yeah, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to see Nine Inch Nails. So here's the thing. If somebody ends up finding the tickets and I can go racketeering, yeah, it's ridiculous. And again, I hate the fact that we live in a world where some companies exist solely to rip off fandom. You know, people that are fans of something. You know? And I'm talking about individuals too, because I'm sure there's plenty of scalpers that are just, you know, they get on there and they buy a bunch of tickets and they're going to try to sell them for more later. But it's just like the PS5 thing, you know? And I'm sure the Switch 2, come on. You know the Switch 2 is going to have a problem. It just, check it out for yourself. Let's see. Can I? Wow. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up. So the cheapest ticket is $61. Way up there. Behind the stage. Yeah. On the side of the stage. This looks very similar to what it looks like at Dickies Arena. And that's another thing Jay said is he saw, I think he said he saw Rob Zombie there. And he said it's not that big. So, yeah, I mean, this $612, $387, $330. I mean, that's some expensive freaking seats, man. Yeah, I don't know. And see, the thing is too, is that the thing about Nine Inch Nails is that they put on, a lot of times they put on a show that's meant to be viewed from the front. And so like there was one year where it was the first tour that I went on. A screen came down and they were showing a movie. If you've seen the Hurt video, I think I talked about this. You can see it. They're playing basically right here in this area, in the mix area, they had a projector and they were showing a film basically that was timed with music and everything, but they had a light on Trent, and so you could see Trent through the screen. It was freaking awesome. And then another year they had video screens behind them. You know, it's probably all shows this day and age have a visual portion of the show, but Nine Inch Nails has always been like a trend center when it comes to a live performance. But yeah, I would not want to sit up in the 205 area here. No way. And who would buy a ticket here? $236? I just screw these people. Screw them. As Anthony Hopkins in Legends of the Fall said, screw them. Yeah. More like 9-inch fails, right? These companies should get fined or sued, or they just make it where you can't transfer them. And the only place that you can resell them is like you have to show your ID at the door, and your ID has to match your ticket. Your name is on your ticket. That's the only way that I can think of to get around that. And the only other way that, like, if you said, hey, I can't go, then you sell your ticket back to Ticketmaster at a rate. Like if you sell it on the day, I don't know. There has to be a better way than this resale bullshit. Because it is. I think that's what it is. It's bullshit. I couldn't believe the system is so effed. It's just bot and scalper central. I know it. Mine are in about the equivalent of section 17 there. Okay, wait. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's where I was looking. Was like here or like in this area, like around here. But see, like Dickies Arena. Here, look. Let's see. Let me do this. And then let me pull up Dickies Arena. Sure. Yeah. A lot of tickets available. But I was looking in this area. See, 147 is really not that bad. But the most the tickets were from Ticketmaster when it started, the least expensive was $49 and the most expensive was at $180. So yeah, 180 was down here, you know, like in these. And now these are going for 304, 360, 250. It's hard for me to even want to spend that money on that because I know that they're selling it above the actual ticket price. I don't know. ID on ticket. Usually I really hate that kind of stuff, but that might have to be what happens. I don't know any other way around it. All I know is I'm a huge fan of Nine Inch Nails. I've already seen them 5 times. So it's not like, in a weird way, it's like, I don't have to go. I've seen him before. But this is the first tour after he's, wait a minute, is it? Oh yeah, okay. Okay. So the Social Network came out in 2010. The last time I saw him live was like in 2008, 2009. Um so never mind then. I mean the last tour was supposed to be the farewell tour. Cuz it was called Wave Goodbye. The Wave Goodbye tour, which is part of a song lyric. And of course, Peel It Back comes from Piggy from the Downward Spiral in '94. So I don't really understand the significance of Peel It Back. Doesn't really make sense to me. The Peel It Back tour, but it all sucks, man. It just sucks. I'd love to go, but it's hard. It's hard for me to. No, the last tour was 2017. Wave Goodbye. Oh, there it is. Tour. Oh, maybe that wasn't because no, they here's this. Nin Live. We were looking at this not long ago. Nin Live Archives. 2017, I believe, was the last. Cold and okay, that was the last one. Cold and Black and Infinite. Because 2020, all dates canceled. 21, all dates canceled. 22. Oh yeah, they didn't even come to Texas in this tour. So no, they've definitely been, but 2018 was the last time they came at least to Texas. And see, this was the thing where you had to stand in line for these tickets. So anyway. Ah, alien. Anyway. If the scalper gets caught, you make them watch Eric twerk for 2 hours. I mean, that might work. They go, never again. By the way, I still have my bottle of eggnog here. And I wanted to let it steep and just let it sit here and see if it gets any better. There's a weird, funky thing going on with that. That tastes medicine-y. That is so bad. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, by the way, all the liquids that I've been vaping lately are liquids I've either tried on stream before that I had bottles of, or my acai. So this one is the blueberry. What's it called? Blueberry Hill. It's an old liquid. It's been around for. I say it's an old liquid. It's probably been around for 6-7 years. Anyway, time to get Blaze. Vape them if you got them. I mean, look, this is nicotine. It's not something else, which is still sitting there, and I haven't used this thing in so long. It's probably bad by now. Dab Woods. Oh. Yeah. Look at how full. The thing is full, man. Why is this not focusing? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's full. I don't like the feeling, man. Just completely like F's me up so much. Yeah, what is it? Indica? I recently tried some Zen to get away from stinky old cigs. I'm kind of liking the Zens. Hey, yes. I like Zens pretty well. Rogue was actually my favorite because they had a cinnamon flavor that I loved. But for some reason, Rogue has not been making the cinnamon. Um, and then I tried. I just bought a container of On, and it's cinnamon. I do like cinnamon. Do I have a PO box, Derek? I do not. Those are actually, kind of expensive. If you know, for the size of my channel, um, I don't really have enough people that would want to send me something. But you can just use the Game Chaser PO box because, well, Billy said, yeah, just tell him to send it there if you want to send something. But I mean, you don't. I mean, what could you send me? What could you send me that? Well, I shouldn't say that because fans sometimes they do something and they want to send you something. I just don't have one. A gift and your book. Well, Derek, I would definitely be interested to see that. That would be cool. That would be cool. Even Creed tickets are almost as high as the Nine Inch Nails ones. Check out Gremlins. I'm hitting the sour apple sativa vape. Okay. Well, here's the thing. It's not legal here in Texas, so it would only be if I'm in a place where I could purchase something. And I don't typically go, I think Oklahoma, I don't know if you need an ID or not. But I know in Louisiana I'm pretty sure you can just go in and buy one. But I'm rarely in those states, in other states, so I don't know. Vinny, oh my god. I don't vape. These lungs are for the Lord. Jumbo cactuar? Is that what that means? I'm pretty sure that's what you mean by that. These lungs are for the Lord. I guess you don't want stuff from New York City then. Well, here's the thing. It's just like I don't I don't know. I don't even. That is literally the first person that said that they wanted to send something to me. The first one. Now I've had when we do the what do you call them, the stuff people sent us. There's been one time when somebody's mentioned me, so I'm well, no, I take that back too, because was it Sniping is Fun? I think is the guy that did the artwork and included me on that, which I thought was awesome. So yeah. So Wraith, you never said, "Hey, I want to send you something." You said, "Hey, I'm going to bring you something." You never said you were going to send me something. So he's literally the first person to ask if I had a PO box. So maybe I need to get one. I don't know. But what if I get like a small PO box and then somebody sends like, something the size of, you know, this bookcase? Do they just set it aside and when I come in to check it, they go, "Hey, you got a thing." And then like a little note in there and then I take it up there. Is that what happens? I have no idea. I'm trying to spread my book to all the YouTube influencers. Whoa. I don't know if I would be considered an influencer. I'm just a dude doing the thing. But I'd be interested to see what you're talking about. I mean, seriously. I would. Pimp it out. In fact, if you're in the Discord, you could put a link up, like an Amazon link or something, right? Do it. You never know. Pimping ain't easy. I mean, it's true. That is true. But as we mentioned earlier, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Jurassic World Rebirth unveils first footage trailer tomorrow. tomorrow. And look, you got Mahershala Ali, you got Scarlett Johansson. Comes out July 2nd. I don't know. It could be terrible. But here's the thing that I want everybody to keep in mind. Did you like 2014 Godzilla? Did you like Rogue One? Did you like The Creator? Because that's who's directing this. Gareth Edwards is directing this. And now look, I'm not even the biggest fan of Rogue One as a movie, but that movie was gorgeous. The Creator, I love wholeheartedly. And 2014 Godzilla, it may not be the best movie, but man, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And it sounds, dude, the sound mix on that, oh, it's so good. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing this just because of that. It's the only thing that makes me think that, yeah, I might be into Jurassic World again. Or Jurassic, whatever. Jurassic things. So, there you go. Tomorrow. Let's see. Hey, I have a PDF of all the Fantastic Four comic books up until the mid 2000s, around the time Rise of the Silver Surfer was released, from the first appearance to whatever the last one at the time. I've read a lot of Fantastic Four, and the Marvel Studios trailer really nailed it. I got to be honest with you. Everything I've seen says the exact same thing. You know, like I've never been a huge fan of Fantastic Four, but I think it looks fantastic. Now, I mean, I've been burned before, but man, that it really nails that style that I think is what makes Fantastic Four awesome to a lot of people. So that retro futurism type thing, you know, it's almost like a I don't even know what you call that, but I like it. That movie Tomorrowland with George Clooney. Anybody see that? I actually kind of like that movie. It's not a great movie, but I kind of like it because it's Brad Bird, and I love Brad Bird. But that's kind of what this gives me, is that same sort of feeling. I think this could be really cool, but we don't know. And this is only 90 seconds worth of footage. So I mean, I'm hopeful. That's all I'm saying. But if I had to pick the single movie that I'm looking forward to the most this year right now, and again, there could be a Strange Darling that comes out. There could be a Companion that comes out and just is like, whoa, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. You never know. I'm talking about the big tentpole movies. I mean, I think Superman might take it. I'm really looking forward to Tron Ares because Nine Inch Nails is doing the score, but also I loved Tron Legacy, warts and all. I love that movie. I think it sounds great, and I think it looks great. I think it could be really fun to watch on IMAX. And then of course, Avatar: Fire and Ash. But I think Superman looks great. And I'm really interested to see where they're taking the DCU. But I think of the 3 Marvel movies, I think Thunderbolts looks like the most fun. But I think Brave New World looks awesome. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The one thing that I mean, I know this is one of those things where it's like there're just a lot of people that want to hate on stuff. I don't want to hate on anything. I want to come out of that theater going, look, guys, I loved it. Every time. That's what I want. I want to love the movies.
Tron.
It's a little subdued, but hey, not Gary. Thank you for that $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. In fact, here, I'm going to heart it. Does that mean anything? Does that do anything? Can you see that? I don't know. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I honestly think that the way that it looks is awesome. I'm really looking forward to it, but we'll see. It's about 4 to 5 months away. Well, Derek, do it. Do the thing, man. And look, I'm never going to be a huge YouTuber. Influencer? Nah. I'm just a dude, okay? And then this is not my goal anyway, you know? I want to put on a fun show for for you guys and for me, but I want to make movies. That's my goal. And so I finished writing one earlier in the year or last year. I'm in the process of writing another. That's what I want to do. So, and Mickey 17, yes. Dude, Mickey 17 looks really, really good. But it's not like that one. Reading the synopsis before I saw the trailer, I thought it was going to be a certain way. The trailer makes it a lot more comedic and lighthearted than I expected. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely it's more comical than I expected. But I mean, it's on my list for sure. And my wife actually too. She's like, I'm down. In fact, I went over all the movies in that 2025 video I did. Basically all the movies that I'm looking forward to seeing. But there's more on there that I didn't like. Love Hurts, that comes out this week. Ke Huy Quan is not on the list. I don't know if I'm going to go see it because I've just got a funny feeling that it's not going to be great. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of movies, man. So there you go. Fantastic Four was important, gave the Justice League competition, set the groundwork for X-Men, X-Force, Avengers, and many other groups. Yes, Rufus. Yes. And I mean, I get the history of it, but I've never, I guess it's those early Kirby comics that style I've never really vibed with. And I really started vibing visually with comics because that's really my problem. It's a me thing. A lot of earlier comics, say pre 90s, have a very similar visual style that I don't vibe with. And I don't like the colorization. I don't like it. It's only after when things really started they stepped up the paper quality, they stepped up the cost went up. Frank Miller started doing his thing. That's really when things started to get interesting for me, And in fact, the Killing Joke basically broke me, and it made me really. Made me look at comics in a different way, and it made me realize that it wasn't just the story; it was visually it could be. And I know that's probably sacrilege to some people, but I just didn't like a lot of the artwork. Killing Joke made me realize, oh wow, the artwork can be really awesome too. You say, well, what about Jim Lee? What about Todd McFarlane? I mean, all those guys are great, right? But Frank Miller, his stories were amazing, and then the artwork matched that epic quality that I wanted, that I craved. So, yeah, Fantastic Four never broke into the stuff that I wanted to read. I never gravitated toward it. And really Spider-Man and X-Men, I collected some of the Ultimate series when those came out, where it was kind of like the retelling, kind of a reset, because the artwork was better. And it was something that was like, oh my gosh, okay, I can actually get into this, I think. And then of course, when Image came out, Image really stepped things up for me too. Got into Spawn and Wildcats and Cyberforce and all those. Anyway, there you go. I know you didn't ask for that, but there you go. Look, I want to be wowed. I want to be amazed by Fantastic Four. Because I know of their heritage. I know of how much the, really, really big comic fans say, oh yeah, Fantastic Four has always been my favorite. I want to feel that, So I'm hoping this does it justice. Fantastic Four villains are better characters than the Fantastic Four themselves. Well, so we'll see. We'll see. I get internet feel good points when things I do get hearted. It's a fact. Well, then I'm glad that you got the feel good point. There you go. I want to create right stories, right? I mean, that's it. It's always been something. Look, I mean, I wrote my first novel when I was 8 years old. Not 8 or 9. It was literally like 6 pages. But there was, I remember my aunt, I think I've told this story, that she basically made a book out of it. Because she had my writing and she made it into a book. And I still have it. And it's one of those things. She said, sure, it doesn't really, the story, she wasn't like critiquing it like you would, anything big, but she's like, it doesn't really go anywhere. She goes, but there's such imagination that you have that not a lot of people have. And she was one of those first people that made me, I guess, not downplay my imagination and really just let it go crazy. And yeah, sure, sometimes things get really dark. Like, I'll tell you this. There is a story idea that I've had that I haven't told you guys because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. This story has kind of hit a brick wall. Don't know if I'll ever finish it, but I don't want to say it yet, just in case I do find, oh my God, I can make it like this. I'm still trying to find that. But there is a scene that I've written that is very familiar to something that happened in Mindhunter. And it's horrific. When I was writing it, I was like, that's terrible. That's horrible. And that's awful. And then Mindhunter did it. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So, and you might be thinking, well, Rob, is it some kind of serial killer thing that you're writing? No. But there is a scene that's very similar. That in Mindhunter, it kind of makes you go, oh my, okay, that's messed up. That's what this scene did when I was coming up with it and when I was writing it. And like I said, I never finished the whole story, but it's one of those things where, yeah, man, I want to create, I want to write these things, and then, I want to make them. I don't necessarily, like, I'll be honest with you, the Chuckleheads, I wrote it because, Jay came, we came up with the idea. We started spitballing and all that stuff. And I was like, man, I don't know. I got to find my way into this story. When I found that, I was like, yeah, I'm freaking writing this, right? I wrote it and I have my feelings about it. My goal is not really to become an actor. I want to create. I don't want to just be, this is going to sound bad. I didn't mean it to sound bad. I don't want to just be a parroter of someone else's words. I want the words, And so, yeah, and that's why I'm stories, man. I want to write stories. Yeah. Yes, Derek. Yes. Have that deep reason. Todd McFarlane gives some good advice. Create while hiding your weaknesses and highlighting your strengths. Yeah. Yes. I can see that. But the point is, I think the biggest point, the thing that I've really started to understand is that just don't stop. Write the ideas down. And if, I used to say the 3-day test. If it would pass the 3-day test, then I would really start to focus on it. You come up with an idea, you write it down, you try to forget about it, you move on with life. Don't even think about it. Don't look at it. Don't just forget about it. And if in 3 days you come back after you've forgotten it and you look at it and you go, oh yeah, that's a good idea, then it's a good idea. It's worth pursuing. If you look at it after, I don't know how many times I've done this, where I came up with an idea and 2 or 3 days later I come back to it and I go, wow, it's dumb. Or you end up finding it somewhere. Oh yeah, that was just like, Die Hard 2. I just pulled Die Hard 2 out. For some reason I pulled Die Hard 2 out of my head because I was thinking about William Sadler for some reason. But yeah. So just write, man. If you want to write it, if you want to do it, do it. Don't let anyone, including yourself, tell you that you can't. Because even if you write something that's like, oh man, like I'll tell you this. I've said this before, I think, that there's a movie that came out. I'm not even sure how long ago now, but it had a lot of similarities to that story idea that I was talking about just now. And I'm like, crap, I can't do it now. No, you can do it. I mean, if you were in the middle of writing, like say if Billy was in the middle of writing Adventures in Game Chasing when that 8-Bit Christmas came out, that'd be one thing. But he came up with that they'd been working on that. The movie was done, or not done. I think it was still Billy was still working on it. But you can take two ideas, okay, if I say an alien comes to Earth to become a professional baseball player, that's his goal. Those are the words. And you have 5 writers. They will come up with 5 very different stories. Now, some of them, they might have elements that are the same, but they will be different stories. That's just the truth. So premises, yeah. But you're going to have, if a writer is, in my opinion, worth a damn, there are going to be things that he brings to that story that no one else can. He or she. They. Whatever. Right? Whoever it is. They're going to bring something to that story that no one else can. And that is the power of writing. Sure, Chuckleheads, you could say, oh yeah, it sounds like Clerks, or it sounds like blah, blah, blah. It sounds like this or whatever. No. Sure, there are elements from, man, it's a movie about movies. So there's going to be some things in it that seem similar to other movies because it's a movie about movies in a lot of ways. But it's also a movie about something else. And that something else is what makes it unique, because no one's in my head. No one knew what I was thinking when I was writing this. So there you go. Do it. Just do the thing. And then don't stop, because I got halfway through and stalled because I was like, I'm not good enough, because I'm such a baby. I'm such a baby sometimes. But the thing is here's the truth of the matter. You might get to the end of it and finish it, and then somebody reads it and goes, that's really not good. But at least you did it. To me, that's the most important thing. When I finished Chuckleheads, I was just happy that I was done. And then I was like, holy crap, I finished something. And then Billy and Jay actually liked it, and we built on it. And then we tossed about 40% of the script in the trash. But that's what happens. That's what happens in drafts. Things change, and new ideas come to light, and you go, oh my God, I wasn't privy to all the new shit. There you go. And then you start writing and you go, okay, like even I, this baby of mine, I was sitting there going, okay, that's so much better than what I came up with. So let's do that. And so we rewrite. So anyway. So there you go. I wrote a script for a short film about Batgirl. If anyone would be interested in giving me feedback, that would be much appreciated. Slates, I will tell you. Are you on the Discord? Because if you're not, !Discord will give you the link to the Discord. Um, because at least then, we can connect or whatever. I will tell you this. I will, if you want me to read it, I will totally read it. But I will also be honest with you. And sometimes, like, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and say, oh, yeah, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to I'm going to give you criticisms. I'm going to say, okay, wow, I was blown away. Or this isn't, I don't, I don't know. So here's the thing. If you're up for that, brutal honesty, because I'm not going to lie to you. If you want that, I could probably do that. But I could also, I'm one person, right? I don't know, man. There's almost a part of me that's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to read it. Because I don't want anything that you write. You know what? Don't. I'm just going to say this right now. I would love to do it. I really would. I really would love to help you. The problem is, I don't want anybody to taint some of the ideas that I got going. And I'm not saying that I'm writing a Batgirl short story, but I don't think I need to be writing. I don't think I need to be reading other people's work at the moment. Other than, established fiction. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I had the honor of having one of the stories I wrote when I was 11 made into a recent TV show by Lucasfilm. They called it Skeleton Crew, which wasn't my title, but the story was pretty much identical. I'm also still waiting to be contacted by Lucasfilm to get my bank details so they can pay me for using my story. I'm sure that'll be happening soon. They're probably just busy right now getting ready to announce another movie that'll never happen. Bucho? It's kind of funny that, did you really write a story similar to that? Because I think that in a lot of ways, I think that's kind of what happens sometimes. Is that, and I'm not trying to say we're all psychic and, we can control aircraft and stuff. I'm just trying to say that sometimes I think, especially if you grow up in a similar time and you end up liking, like a lot of my friends, your friends, we've watched a lot of the same things. So we tend to be influenced by the things, just like, you can be influenced by your, your friends and family. You might take on some of their little colloquialisms, someone might have watched my stream and said, do the thing to somebody. And it's almost like they didn't even think about it. They just said it, or, me, Billy and Jay are in my room back in my, my childhood home. My little brother comes in and then leaves and says, I want to be a part of something. And then, it ends up in a freaking Game Chasers episode. We're all influenced by similar things. So I'm wondering how close it was. Thinking about taking up swimming again to lose weight quicker. Never been a swimmer. And I don't know if that's a good writing pep talk, but all I'm going to say is, there's too many people that have the talent, but they put these walls up, and it prevents them from doing things. And we need to get rid of those walls and do the thing. That's why do the thing is, one of the things I say a lot, because I think that's important. Just put all the stuff out of the way and do the thing. Now, I was saying that before I actually finished the script. So in a way, I was kind of trying to talk to myself. And really, I give a lot of credit to a lot of different people, but Yoshi was incredibly important for getting me over that edge I had, that little bump I had where I was like, I can't do this. I'm not good enough to do this. I'm not smart enough to come up with this. And then he was like, you need to do this. Okay. He almost to the point where it sounded like he was getting irritated, but it inspired me and it kept me going. So Billy wants to write the movie about the alien and all that. The alien baseball player. Eat better and swim your ass off. Do it. Do the thing, Ricky. The difference between a professional rider and an amateur is a professional is an amateur that didn't give up. There's so many, dude, there's so many freaking stories like that, you know, of a guy who's just doing the thing and he did it on the weekends or he did it, you know, at night when, you know, after everybody went to bed. He was just driven and he just said, it's the people that say, I'm not stopping. I'm not going to stop doing this. Now, they could do that exact thing and write a piece of crap. But the thing is it's, I already have too many regrets in my life. I didn't want that to be one of them, you know, that I want to write a screenplay. Well, there's many times, many stories that I came up with and never did anything with. I wanted to do it. I wanted to finish a screenplay and I did. So now it's like, okay, now I want to write a screenplay and, you know, maybe sell it. That's what I want to do and see what happens. Who knows? I could end up a writer on something or whatever based on who knows. But I don't want to dream too much and I don't want to think. That's why I think a lot of people talk about goals. You know, oh, well, by this time I want to be, you know, like I could say something like by the end of 2027, I want to be working at a major studio as a rewriter or working on a, you know, a TV show or something. I want to be working with a major studio by the end of 2027. The problem is if that doesn't happen, then where are you? You know? And let's be honest, that's a pretty big stretch, right? It's better to say shorter term goals based on your own self. That's at least what I do. It's like I want to finish at least one script for and try to make it for sale by the end of this year. Totally doable, you know? I've seen people write scripts in like 3 months, you know? I'm still coming up with my story. There's still things I don't know yet. So I'm still developing. But I want to finish at least one script this year and just see what happens. Get it out there for sale and try to send it to somebody. Maybe get an agent and say, hey, you know, I wrote 2 screenplays and this is my second one. It's an original blah, blah, blah. And it's possibly a TV series / movie series franchise. People are looking for franchises, right? Well, guess what? I got a killer idea. Yeah. It's about a pumpkin. That's right. A pumpkin. An anthropomorphic pumpkin. It's a man, but he's a pumpkin. Okay? He's a pumpkin man. He's literally everything in his body. He's a pumpkin that grew into an anthropomorphic man. Yeah. And the thing that he wants most of all, he wants to be a member of the U.S. sailing team. Franchise. Big bucks. That's right. Call me, Disney. I got the ideas coming out of my butt. My butt? Yeah. But no. It's not that idea. Trust me, it's not about literally a pumpkin man. You know, it's just not. Uh let's see. Uh photo. Definitely a photo is what we want. Let's see, wait. I'm gonna eat the same, just less. I'm not giving up burgers, pizzas, chicken. I mean, okay. Look. Uh Come on. There you go. A man, pumpkin man that wants to be a professional, the U.S. sailing team. And there he is. Why? Why is there a hole in the pumpkin? Oh, there's multiple holes actually. Anyway, there you go. There you go. Let's see. I'm currently writing a film noir Sasquatch epic. Oh, Leon. Leon, what's going on? You weren't here earlier, but I started watching Mindhunter, and you're right, it is fantastic. I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Rob wants to make movies. I want to be in movies. There you go. Also, once it's done, bad or good, you will learn from your experience. You can only get better until you finish those stories and work on what you think needs improvement. Yes. Yes. I would love brutal honesty. Oh man, see that's the thing. I'm starting to worry because I don't want, because again, sometimes you come up with ideas and you don't realize that and I don't want to do that. I don't want to get ideas from outside my normal sphere of influence, if that makes sense. So it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just that I don't it's not that I don't want to do it. It's that I don't want to do it because I'm afraid of stealing from you, and I don't want to do that. And it's not like I would. It's just, sometimes that stuff happens. I mean, look at Vanilla Ice. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I love my idea. Not the most originally, but definitely not common. And see, it's going to have your stamp on it. Your stamp. It's going to be you. It's going to have your view of the world. That's the way it should be. Do you have suggestions, recommendations for other people who could read my story? Here's the thing, Slades. There are a ton of people. There are a ton of people out there that have the exact same problem you have. The exact one. And the problem is, I mean, really, if you are really serious, this is what I would recommend. Like, here's the thing. I don't want anybody reading my script yet. And I don't want anybody really kind of going off and doing, have an idea. I don't want that yet. But if you're really serious from a writing perspective, join a writing group. Go on to Reddit and look for, writers and join the group. Join the conversation. I'm sure Facebook has a ton of them. But it's become part of a community that's around writing and getting better at writing. The thing is, I mean, I could probably do the exact same thing and get better, but right now, you could probably get a job as a Leon. Thank you. Thank you. And I don't want to read any of that because I want to stay monetized. So, but thank you, Leon. I don't know if talking about that would, to be honest, with everything being so generic nowadays, I would welcome Pumpkin Man. You seriously? Does everybody really want to watch Pumpkin Man in the sailboat? Dude, and then the Pumpkin Man joins the LA Dodgers in a feel-good movie about baseball and coming of age. Yeah, there you go. Murtaugh, yeah, that's right. I think I've got an idea for my title now. Lebanon's a Squatch Tail. Basically sells itself. Thanks, Leon. Good job. This already looks better than the Fantastic Four trailer. See? I knew we'd have a dissenting opinion. Here's the thing. It's 90 seconds. And we don't know yet. It's like Air Bud except Pumpkin Man. I just, for some reason, I just got somebody saying that. I got a visual of a guy saying that in a pitch meeting, right? All the executives. He goes, okay, think Air Bud, but Pumpkin Man. And all the freaking the studio heads are like, what? A man literally made out of pumpkins. Sports. Money for you, money for me, because I got the idea. And somebody would go, yeah, yeah, I think we do need. I think there's a big hole in the gourd human sports department. We don't have anything on our agenda like that. So greenlight that some bitch. Pumpkins in the outfield. I mean, look, you're look. That's the thing. To me, that's the beauty about creativity, is that you can come up with something stupid and then you could probably make an actually kind of a good movie out of this story. But it's ridiculous and stupid, but you go, but think about it. It's just another guy, except he's made out of pumpkins. he's like he's like he's got squash hands, you know? Not muffin hands, but he's got like squash hands, you know? It's like who is this guy? Who is this? Who who was this Gordy mother, you know? That's what his name. Oh my god, his name is Gordy. Gourdy. Gordy. Dude, come on. Come on. There you go. I just spent $19 on a DVD 10 Judd Apatow flicks, bruh. Come on, what a steal. Well, it depends on the movies. I don't know. It probably is a good deal. That is probably a good deal. Pumpkins in the outfield, yes. Do the rules say a pumpkin can't play basketball? Well, no, I guess they don't. Teen Wolf with the Pumpkin Man. Yep. Dude, it could be the PCU. Wait, the PEU, the Pew, the Pumpkin Extended Universe, the Pumpkin Man. Another remake, a superhero movie, and then Pumpkin Man. What are you gonna choose? Yeah, exactly. That's what you say in the freaking pitch meeting. Look, we got Fantastic Four, another comic movie, Superman, yeah, whatever, you know, Captain America. I'm giving you Pumpkin Man, Gordy the Pumpkin Man. So, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna put your money? Fun fact: I was an extra in the classic film Plumpkin Man. Oh god, Pumpkin Guy. Okay, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Okay, Wraith, you're not gonna get me like super late because we got to start wrapping this up. I mean, we already got Pumpkin Guy. All right. Uh, Fast Times is good. It's good. But I also saw that very late in my life. Of course, the classic scene, right? The classic scene, you know, with what's her face. Of course, right? Judge Reinhold, Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. But it's not one that I like I don't need to own that. Like if they put that on a big 4K set, I probably wouldn't buy that. But I liked it. It's good. It's good. Look at that tire flick or Tusk. Wild ideas make gold, right? So maybe I should keep my mouth shut because one of you guys gonna write the Pumpkin Man script. Pumpkin porn. Is there a sassy black woman who gives him a pep talk after the team initially rejects him? It could be. Could be. Yes. I mean, it could be that, or it could be it could be. I mean, there's so many ways you can go in this story. You know, I don't want to limit. I don't want to limit your thinking. Okay, because this world beats you down with its very surface level thinking. I mean, think big. You know, pumpkin can't jump. Maybe. What if you did an army movie with Pumpkin Man and he spits out pumpkin seeds as ammunition? Well, look, you want to go that route. It seems like that would be difficult to keep alive. A man made out of pumpkins? I don't know. I just don't know. Soul Man 2. I don't think so. Do you want a pumpkin man? Yeah, and he goes to Thanksgiving, right? There's a scene. It's kind of like, think about it like romantic comedy, right? You know, you've got the meet cute, you've got the little funny montage with all the dates, and they're all like ha 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 ha, ha, right? And then there's got to be that scene, the breakup scene, right? You got to have that turning point that makes them, you know, break up for a bit. And they go their separate ways, and then they realize, oh no, life isn't as good as it is with us together. And then they get together at the end, and the credits roll, and everybody's happy, right? Well, in the Pumpkin Man story, his team invites him over for Thanksgiving. He sees all the pumpkin pies and he loses it. And that's your big turning point. The big, oh, I quit. I can't do this. Blah blah blah. And then somebody's got to give him the pep talk, right, to come back. But that's like the big thing. And then he goes, he's running down the road and there's people selling pumpkins outside and they're all like, come to the great pumpkin thing, we're gonna smash them, and oh, somebody could get smashed after Halloween. The kids are smashing pumpkins, right? Not literally smashing pumpkins, like, today is the great. You could even have Smashing Pumpkins on the soundtrack. Dude. Just telling you. See, it's weird. See, like a lot of people wouldn't like. I mean, I'm sure there would be a lot of people who would be in on the joke, right? But like in this part where he's training, right? You see him, cranking the thing, and the sales are going up, and his and they high fives or whatever. At that moment, that's when you're playing today. Today is the greatest day, and you're not making the connection. Oh my God, Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know. I don't know. Salt Lake City Pumpkins and Pumpkin Man is played by Matthew Lillard. I mean, look, I'm just going to say it might be a tad early for casting. Since we don't have a full story yet. We don't know what's going to be required of this actor. It's going to be a young actor, an old actor, I don't know. I mean, I think look, I'm going to go out on a limb here and saying, like, if I had my choice of actor, alive or dead, it would be Jack Palance. Jack Palance would play Pumpkin Man. But unfortunately, Jack Palance has been dead for many years. So we would have to find a new actor. I mean, in my head, when I created this character a whole 12 minutes ago, the first actor that came into my head, I was like, it's Jack Palance. Jack Palance. I'm sorry, I just read, how many nude scenes are there? It's hard to keep a straight face when you're being this stupid, you know? Pumpkin pie. It's American Pie, but with aliens and a pumpkin pie. Yes. Do we have to have Smashing Pumpkins on the soundtrack? I mean, look, SLC Pumpkin is a fantastic idea. Yeah. Look, look, studio head who obviously doesn't know anything about movies, but you're trying to, act like you actually have a brain in your head and know what's good and what's bad. Look, let me try to tell you something. This is just a skeleton of an idea, you know? This is the outside of the pumpkin right now. Okay? Just because you might hear he wants to join the US sailing team, the Olympic team. Okay? You might hear that and say, "Well, how big is the Olympic sailing team? I mean, do they trend on Twitter or X? Hey, let's make them skateboarders." You could take this same concept of an idea and translate it from sailing to skateboarding. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. What about a strong orange female? I don't even know. I don't even know. Pumpkin Man is the one pumpkin that survived from being smashed previous Halloween. Now Pumpkin on Revenge Story. There you go. That now we're talking sequel or prequel. Before he decided that he wanted to join the U.S. sailing team, he was on the Revenge, and he could like lift the top of his head off and pull out all the guts from the pumpkin and just force it down kids' throats, and they're all like choking on the pumpkin seeds. And he's all like, like Jack Skellington in a way, but you don't want to reference Jack Skellington because that is an IP. But hey, there you go. There you go. Netflix will buy the rights, but the pumpkin has to. I mean, it's possible. Possible. All possible. SLC Pumpkin. Yep. Pumpkin pie. Okay, so look, here's the deal. It's been 3 hours. We've had a great time. We haven't done a whole lot of photoshopping because, I mean, look, for the last however long, we've been talking about this amazing idea of this pumpkin man. This pumpkin man. Just look at him. Just look at him. Look, I mean, this could be freaking gold. And don't even try to tell me, I didn't really get anything out of Order 42 tonight. No, I didn't. Maybe you did. Just saying. Maybe Goobins hatch from non-smashed pumpkins the day after Halloween. That's why there's a tradition of smashing pumpkins. You made a Photoshop? I'm going to put it in the Discord? Okay. Okay. If you were just joking around and not being serious with Pumpkin Man, I can only imagine how good your real movies are ideas are. Well, Derek, look, all I'm trying to say is sometimes it just starts with that nugget of an idea and then you just expand on that idea. I mean, if you heard, I can't tell you the idea I'm working on yet. This one that I'm developing right now. But when you hear it, and you go, okay, man, that sounds actually cool. And then you think, okay, wait, how did this start? What was that seed of the idea? It's crazy. It's crazy where this whole story the idea came from this one little idea. And then it just kept growing and growing and growing. And that's the beautiful thing about creation, man. You just keep going. I love it. Because Pumpkin Man works. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it works, but just saying. Tonight I'll think to myself, what didn't I get from Order 42 tonight? I mean, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This would work so much better as a podcast. We should grab up a few folks with cams and decent mics and make it a thing. I mean, it could be. It could be. Yes. Of course, some of us would have to watch our language. Leon. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But look, I'm gonna get off and then I'm gonna stop the stream. Actually, I should stop the stream then get off. No, I'm gonna stop the stream. It's a joke, right? Jokey. I'm gonna stop the stream, and then I'm probably gonna go in there and watch a little bit of YouTube, read some Sam's Lot. I hope you guys have a great night. And if you look, sometimes those little ideas can grow into big ideas. Big things come from small beginnings. So just do the thing. Whatever it is, do the thing and don't do it half-ass. Okay. So y'all have a great one. And thanks again. Thanks again for being here. Thanks again for hanging out. Thanks again for just being cool and having a good time. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.